Hi everyone, and we woke up in Seiano, nestled between the mountains and the sea. And the morning started with a bit of uncertainty, with clouds clung to the mountain tops, and as we sipped our breakfast coffee, light drizzle danced across the terrace. But the view over the sea told another story as beneath the grey skies, the horizon promised a bright, sunny day. And that glimmer of blue far off in the distance gave us hope. Transportation was arranged by our hotel and our driver dropped us onto the rather quiet Piazza Marina di Acquaw. The marina was somewhat alive with activity as fishermen preparing their boats, locals chatting by the shoreline, and tourists like us, gearing up for an adventure. And the sea stretched out before us, a deep, restless blue, with the silhouette of Capri barely visible in the distance. We collected our boat tickets and made our way to the pier, to catch our boat to Capri. And, as you walk along the dock, you're greeted by towering cliffs that cascade down towards the crystal-clear waters. And the rugged, dramatic landscape contrasts beautifully with the calm marina, where boats gently bob up and down. Looking back, you can see the quaint town of Seiano nestled against the hills, with its colorful buildings dotting the steep slopes. While we wait for our boat, let me tell you about the island we are traveling to. Capri Island is small but mighty, with an area of about 10 square kilometers, and just a quick boat ride away from Sorrento, around 5 kilometers across the shimmering Tyrrhenian Sea. The island is famous for its rugged landscape, dramatic cliffs, and a unique charm that has attracted both locals and celebrities for centuries. We are now on our way to Capri, and the boat ride from the marina to the island generally takes around 45 minutes to 1 hour. But today, it feels like an eternity. The moment we set off, the high winds made sure we knew we were in for a rough journey. The boats bouncing off the waves was no joke, and it felt like being tossed up and down like a rag doll. And the sky might have been clear, but the sea was anything but calm. I was trying to hold it together, but every hard crash against the waves made my stomach lurch. And around us, you could hear the unmistakable sounds of people really struggling with the ride. And a few passengers looked pale, gripping onto their seats, and unfortunately, some couldn't hold it in, getting sick and looking even more miserable. However, as the boat finally steadied and we approached Capri tourist port, the sight was nothing short of breathtaking. Small, colorful buildings dotted the marina, growing in density as you get closer to the shore, painting a charming picture of life on the island. The whole scene seemed like something out of a postcard, and despite the rough ride, the island welcomed us with its serene beauty. However, we were not done yet. As soon as we disembarked from our initial boat, we wasted no time and boarded another vessel for a thrilling cruise around the island. And this boat was sleek and fast, designed to navigate the intricate coastline and offer a closer look at Capri's natural wonders. The journey began with the boat slicing through the crystal-clear waters, the sunlight shimmering off the waves. And our captain expertly maneuvered us toward the famous Blue Grotto, famous for its vivid blue light, which is created by sunlight passing through an underwater cavity and reflecting off the sandy bottom. We ventured along the rugged coastline, passing by dramatic cliffs and hidden coves, each more stunning than the last. Capri's coastline is a rugged tapestry of steep cliffs and dramatic rock formations. And the cliffs rise abruptly from the deep blue Mediterranean, creating a striking contrast between the bright white rock and the vibrant sea. Also, these sheer walls offer a sense of grandeur and raw natural beauty that is both awe-inspiring and humbling. As you cruise around the island, you'll pass numerous natural cavities carved into the cliffs. These include sea caves and grottos, each with their own unique shape and story. And some, like the famous Blue Grotto, are known for their striking colors, while others may be more subtle but equally captivating. The island's cliffs and rocky outcrops are often adorned with lush vegetation, including vibrant bougainvillea, prickly pear cacti, and Mediterranean shrubs. And this greenery provides a beautiful contrast against the stark rocks and deep blue waters, giving Capri a lush, exotic feel. Our boat captain brought us to have a closer look at the caves. The boat glides smoothly toward one of Capri's mysterious sea caves, its entrance framed by towering cliffs that rise imposingly on either side. And as we draw nearer, the scale of the cave's entrance becomes apparent, a narrow and low archway that seems to beckon with its dark, shadowy depths. The cave's mouth is flanked by jagged rocks, their dark, weathered surfaces glistening with moisture from the sea. And from the boat, you can see several of these caves, their dark mouths framed by rough, weathered stone. Inside, the caves are adorned with shimmering stalactites that dangle gracefully from the ceilings, their formations dripping like natural chandeliers. The stalactites, formed from the slow deposition of mineral-rich water over countless years, glisten in the ambient light, creating a magical effect against the dark cave interiors. From the boat, the rocky facade of Capri reveals a dramatic and rugged landscape that is both striking and beautiful. And the coastline is characterized by sheer, towering cliffs that rise abruptly from the turquoise waters, creating a stark and impressive profile against the sky. The cliffs are composed of limestone, sculpted by centuries of erosion and weathering into various intriguing formations. The rock faces are a mosaic of jagged edges and smooth, curved surfaces, displaying a rich palette of colors ranging from deep grays and muted greens to warm ochres. Clinging to the rocky outcrops, you can see a resilient belt of Mediterranean vegetation. And the boat cuts through the crystal-clear waters of Capri with purpose and anticipation, heading towards one of the island's most celebrated landmarks, known as the Faraglioni Rocks. As our boat glides towards the Faraglioni Rocks, a sense of anticipation builds. The towering rock formations loom ahead, and the boat approaches the archway with a mix of excitement and awe. As the boat slips through the arch, the towering rock walls on either side seem to rise even higher, creating a dramatic tunnel of stone. The arch is a grand, naturally carved opening in one of the colossal sea stacks, its jagged edges softened by the relentless dance of the sea and wind. As we emerge from the arch on the other side, the view opens up dramatically. The Faraglioni are three massive sea stacks rising out of the water, each with its own distinct character. And the first, known as Faraglioni di Terra, is the closest to the island, while the other two, Faraglioni di Mezzo and Faraglioni di Fiori, stand a bit farther out. And the middle stack even has a natural arch that boats can pass through, adding to the dramatic effect. As our boat cruises around Capri, we were treated to stunning views of some of the island's most luxurious villas, perched on the cliffs with breathtaking vistas of the Mediterranean. The Green Grotto is another captivating sea cave on Capri, celebrated for its unique green-tinted waters. The grotto gets its name from the greenish hue of the water, which is caused by sunlight filtering through the cave's entrance and reflecting off the seaweed and the rocky walls. This creates a stunning green light that bathes the interior of the cave. The grotto is surrounded by dramatic rock formations and lush greenery, enhancing its appeal as a picturesque destination. As our thrilling boat tour around Capri wraps up, we're heading back to shore with the promise of even more excitement. And we've seen breathtaking sea caves and iconic rock formations, but the adventure is just beginning. There's a whole island of wonders waiting for us, from exploring vibrant local streets to discovering hidden spots that will blow your mind. So, stay tuned and don't go anywhere, as Capri's magic is far from over. As we return to Porto Turistico, the bustling harbour greets us with its vibrant energy. And the port is framed by elegant waterfront buildings, their charming facades reflecting the bright Mediterranean sun. Surrounding the port, you'll find a lively array of shops, cafes, and restaurants, offering a mix of local and international flavors. And the backdrop of steep, rocky cliffs and lush greenery adds to the island's dramatic and scenic beauty, creating a stunning contrast with the azure sea. As usual, I got my husband to buy me a nice gelato, and as usual, 2 scoops minimum is a must. As we step ashore, the adventure continues. So, get ready to delve deeper into the island's hidden gems and marvel at its enchanting landscapes. But first, the souvenir bells of Capri are charming and distinctive keepsakes that capture the essence of the island's rich tradition and culture. And these small, handcrafted bells are often made of ceramic or metal, adorned with vibrant colors and intricate designs that reflect the island's natural beauty and artistic heritage. After purchasing ourselves a bell, we went on to buy the tickets for the funicular, an essential experience for visitors looking to travel from the bustling port area up to the island's higher elevations. This historic and scenic funicular railway connects the Porto Turistico with the island's main town of Capri, perched atop a hill. And the journey aboard offers breathtaking views as it ascends, and you're treated to panoramic vistas of the sparkling Mediterranean Sea, the rugged coastline, and the lush greenery of the island. The ride itself is smooth and comfortable, making it a pleasant way to experience the island's natural beauty. Upon reaching the top, you arrive in Capri town, which is a hub of activity with its chic boutiques, charming cafes, and stunning piazzas. But first, the views. From this vantage point, you can see the shimmering blue of the Mediterranean stretching out below, with the rugged coastline and the distant mainland fading into the horizon. And the lush, terraced hillsides are dotted with charming villas and colorful buildings, creating a picturesque contrast against the deep blue sea. The funicular has been a vital part of Capri's transport infrastructure since it first opened in 1906. It's an iconic symbol of the island's charm and a nod to its history. And the original wooden carriages have been replaced over the years, but the ride still maintains its historic appeal. And the funicular is not only a tourist attraction but also a practical mode of transportation for locals and visitors alike. As you disembark at the funicular station in Capri town, you'll be struck by the vibrant atmosphere and the stunning backdrop of rocky cliffs rising dramatically in the distance. The town itself is a delightful maze of narrow streets and elegant shops, with views of the surrounding landscape offering a perfect blend of natural beauty and sophisticated charm. The town's main square, Piazza Umberto I, is a lively hub where locals and visitors mingle. And surrounded by cafes and shops, it's the perfect place to relax and soak in the atmosphere. And the architecture is a captivating mix of traditional Mediterranean and stylish modern designs, with colorful facades and charming balconies. As you descend from the funicular and head down via Roma in Capri town, you're greeted by a lively blend of upscale shopping and charming street scenes. Your first stop is the iconic Prada boutique, an emblem of high fashion and sophistication. And the store's sleek glass facade and minimalistic design contrast beautifully with the rustic charm of the surrounding architecture. Continuing down via Roma, the street opens up into a lively scene of boutique shops, charming cafes, and artisanal stores, and of course a huge crowd of people. And the cobblestone streets are lined with a mix of high-end fashion houses and quaint local shops, offering everything from designer accessories to handcrafted souvenirs. Set into the pavement of Via Roma, the grand map of Capri is a captivating focal point that draws the eyes of passers-by. And as we pause to admire the map, we notice how it invites interaction. And tourists use it as a reference to orient themselves, tracing routes with their fingers or pointing out the locations of interest. Capri has been a significant location since ancient times. It was known to the Greeks as Capris and later became a Roman retreat. And Emperor Augustus, who ruled from 27 BC to AD 14, was particularly fond of the island, and he established a luxurious villa on Capri, making it a popular getaway for the elite. His successor, Emperor Tiberius, also resided on the island, and his influence is still felt today. And Tiberius built several villas, including the famous Villa Jovis, which was his main residence. And these structures highlight the island's historical significance and its role as a retreat for Rome's emperors. The Renaissance period saw a revival in Capri's fortunes. And the island attracted artists and intellectuals who were captivated by its natural beauty. The 19th and 20th centuries marked a significant transformation as Capri began to emerge as a fashionable destination for European aristocracy and celebrities. Soon enough, Capri became renowned as a luxury destination, attracting tourists from around the world. And the island's stunning landscapes, historical ruins, and upscale amenities solidified its status as a top travel destination. Capri has a population of approximately 7,000 people. But this number can fluctuate with the seasons, as many locals in the tourism and hospitality industry live elsewhere during the off-peak months. But it is a popular destination, attracting around 2 to 3 million tourists each year. The ideal time to visit Capri largely depends on what you want from your trip. April to June is one of the best times to visit. The weather is pleasant, and the island is less crowded compared to the summer months, allowing for a more relaxed experience. And it also allows us to enjoy the amazing Italian cuisine at one of the more popular restaurants like this one we are having lunch at. July to August is the peak season and the weather is warm and sunny, perfect for enjoying the beaches and outdoor activities. However, the island can get quite crowded, and prices for accommodation and services are at their highest. While November to March is the quietest time of the year, some businesses and attractions may be closed. And the weather is cooler and more unpredictable, but if you prefer a tranquil experience and don't mind the chill, winter can offer a unique perspective on the island. But since we are at the tail end of May and the weather is simply amazing, let us leave the charming streets of Capri town behind and venture towards the Arco Naturale. This journey takes us through a labyrinth of narrow paths that weave through the old town. And the streets here are a delightful maze, lined with quaint, pastel-colored houses adorned with blooming bougainvillea and cascading ivy. And each turn reveals charming snippets of local life. So stick around, let us explore this island together. The paths are narrow, with amazing views of the sea on one side, giving the area a distinctly historic feel. The sea views are simply breathtaking. From the winding trails, you catch sight of the deep blue Mediterranean stretching out to the horizon, with its glistening waves reflecting the sunlight. And we also encountered hidden courtyards and peaceful gardens, where locals were enjoying a quiet moment or chatting over coffee. The air is filled with the delightful fragrance of blooming flowers. Bougainvillea in vibrant pinks, purples, and whites cascade over walls and trellises, their scent mingling with the fresh sea breeze. And this aromatic backdrop adds a layer of sensory richness to your journey. The air is also filled with the aroma of fresh pastries and local cuisine wafting from nearby eateries, adding to the sensory richness of the experience. And along the streets you will find small cafes and restaurants. We have been walking along Via Martimania, lined with lush greenery and vibrant flora, offering a visual feast of colors and textures. And this road cuts through the housing area, with traditional stone walls and old houses that enhance the road's timeless appeal. The route offers stunning panoramic views of the surrounding coastline and the sparkling blue sea below. And the elevation provides vantage points where you can see the rugged cliffs and rocky formations that define Capri's dramatic landscape. The surroundings undergo a remarkable transformation as we transition to Via Arco Naturale, and old-fashioned houses and vibrant flower scents of Via Martimania gives way to a more open and breathtaking landscape. Via Arco Naturale is a serene, almost magical path that leads you closer to one of the island's most iconic natural landmarks. And along the way we passed by Le Grotele, a restaurant that offers a unique dining experience that complements the natural beauty of its location and is set against a backdrop of Capri's rugged cliffs. The dining area, situated in a cozy, open-air setting, provides diners with breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Soon enough, the road becomes narrower, flanked by rugged rock formations and lush greenery. And the air here is filled with the fresh, salty breeze of the sea and the earthy aroma of Mediterranean vegetation. The dramatic change in scenery is punctuated by sweeping panoramic views of Capri's coastline and azure waters. And as you walk along this path, you'll encounter occasional glimpses of the deep blue sea stretching out into the horizon, framed by the rugged cliffs and the occasional vibrant bloom. As we approached the Arco Naturale, the anticipation builds, and the sight that greets you is nothing short of spectacular. And the Arco Naturale is a magnificent natural arch carved by millennia of erosion, creating a stunning rock formation that frames the panoramic views of Capri's rugged landscape. The arch itself is an impressive natural bridge, formed from limestone, with its arches gracefully spanning between two towering rock faces. and its sheer size and the intricate patterns in the rock create a sense of awe and wonder. And standing beneath it, you feel dwarfed by its scale, and the sunlight filtering through the arch casts a magical glow, highlighting the textures and colors of the stone. The surrounding area is a haven of tranquility, with the natural arch providing a perfect viewpoint to absorb the serene beauty of the island. Looking out through the arch, the vista is breathtaking. The clear, turquoise waters of the Tyrrhenian Sea stretch out before you, with the coastline's dramatic cliffs and rocky outcrops adding to the grandeur. The expansive views, the grandeur of the arch, and the interplay of light and shadow make the arch a truly majestic and unforgettable sight. The descent to reach the arch is steep, and the stairs seem to stretch endlessly, but the effort is richly rewarded. On either side, vibrant flowers and lush greenery frame your path, their colors and scents adding to the sensory delight. The air is filled with the subtle fragrance of blooming flora, making the walk feel both refreshing and invigorating. As you admire the breathtaking views of the Arco Naturale and soak in the beauty of Capri, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and there's still so much more to explore and experience. So, stay tuned as we continue our adventure, as there's more excitement and stunning sights coming up that you won't want to miss. We are now back at Piazza Umberto I, the bustling heart of Capri, and it is this lively square, surrounded by charming pastel-colored buildings, cafes, and boutique shops, with vibrant energy that flows through the streets. Historically, it was a fisherman's marketplace, but today it's become the social hub of Capri, offering stunning views of the surrounding cliffs and hills. And it's a prime spot for people watching, grabbing a cappuccino, or enjoying an aperitivo as the sun begins to set. Also, from here, narrow lanes lead you deeper into the town's winding paths, filled with high-end boutiques and more local hidden gems. The piazza is also close to some of the island's most luxurious spots, making it an ideal starting point for exploring Capri's glamorous charm. Welcome to Capri's most luxurious district, where the charm of the island meets opulence. And this is where the rich and famous come to indulge in the island's finest offerings. And the air here certainly feels different, as if there's a certain elegance as we walk past high-end boutiques and designer stores like Prada, Louis Vuitton, and Dolce & Gabbana, with their sleek storefronts glittering under the Mediterranean sun. Lavish hotels and private villas, tucked behind wrought iron gates, boast unparalleled views of the shimmering turquoise sea below. And the cobbled streets lead us to quiet courtyards adorned with beautiful flowers, and it feels like stepping into a postcard. Every corner of this area whispers exclusivity, from the polished stone pathways to the discreet, high-end restaurants offering exquisite Italian cuisine. This is Capri at its finest, where wealth and beauty collide in the most spectacular way, but even if you're just window shopping, the experience feels like a taste of luxury in itself. And the ambience here draws you in, inviting you to indulge in the glamour of it all while you soak in the breathtaking island views. The area is also home to art galleries featuring fine collections and rare pieces, attracting discerning collectors and lovers of high culture. And jewelry stores sparkle with diamonds and precious gems, while the scent of luxury perfumes drifts through the air. This area has long attracted the rich and famous, from celebrities to royals, who come here not just for shopping but for the unparalleled sense of refinement and exclusivity. And even the cafes and restaurants here are part of the indulgence, offering Michelin-star dining experiences where you can enjoy gourmet Italian dishes while gazing over the sea. As you stroll through, you're surrounded by some of the most prestigious designer boutiques in the world. Names like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, Hermes, and Fendi line the narrow, charming streets, creating an atmosphere that feels both exclusive and effortlessly stylish. Capri is a major destination for the wealthy, and the island's economy thrives off the high-end tourism it attracts. And while specific figures on sales revenue aren't always public, luxury shopping here generates millions of euros each year, significantly contributing to the island's economy. With an influx of celebrities, affluent travelers, and luxury seekers, these high-end stores benefit from Capri's international allure and the prestigious nature of their clientele. And it's an essential part of why Capri remains one of Italy's most opulent destinations. Our shopping trip did not last long enough, and it was already time for us to make our way back to the tourist port and catch our boat ride back to the mainland. I still cannot believe that an entire day went by, just like that. It felt that we just reached the island, and yet, here we are, at the port of Capri, waiting to catch our ride back to the mainland. Have you ever been somewhere so beautiful that time just seems to stand still? And what's been your favorite part of this journey so far? Is it the boat ride around the island, the stunning villas, or maybe the breathtaking views from the Arco Naturale? This is my second gelato of the day, and again with the iconic twin scoops. While I eat this, let me know your favorite part of this video in the comments below, and don't forget, our adventure isn't over yet. And there's something I want to show you, so please stick around and let us get back to the boat. The sun is still high in the sky, casting a golden glow over the marina. And there's a slight breeze, and while I enjoy the gelato, I can still see the turquoise waters shimmering in the distance, gently lapping against the docked boats. But let's be real. While the sea looks calm, I am secretly hoping it stays that way, because, let's face it, no one wants their gelato making an appearance outside their stomach. Luckily, the sea was rather calm as we finally boarded the boat for the ride back. And the gentle sway of the boat was a relief, allowing me to fully enjoy the moment. As the boat glided away from Capri, the island's majestic shoreline stretched out behind us. The cliffs, dotted with those stunning, sun-soaked villas, stood tall against the sky, their pastel hues contrasting with the rugged rock face. Back at Piazza Marina da Quor, the scene has a soothing familiarity after our adventurous day. And the sun is beginning to set, casting a warm, golden hue over the waterfront. And the once bustling pier is now a tranquil spot. Our driver was already waiting, ready to whisk us back to the hotel. And once we reached the hotel, I couldn't wait to dive into relaxation mode. I quickly changed into my swimwear and headed straight for the pool. The cool water was incredibly refreshing, a perfect way to ease into the evening. And with the sun setting in the distance, the pool area became a serene escape, offering a moment of peace to reflect on the day's unforgettable experiences. I've left the pool area behind and strolled over to the edge of the terrace, where the view is simply breathtaking. So dear viewers, allow me to share with you a spectacular sunset that you can only experience here, on the Amalfi Coast. And that wraps up our incredible day on Capri. From the rough seas to the breathtaking views and luxurious spots, it's been an adventure full of highs and unforgettable moments. As the sun sets and the night embraces us, we've had a day to remember. But hold on, because our journey isn't over yet. And in the next episode, we're heading to the impossibly beautiful town of Positano. And with its stunning cliffside views, charming streets, and vibrant atmosphere, Positano is a gem you won't want to miss. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join us as we continue our exploration of the Amalfi Coast. Meanwhile, do take a moment to enjoy this amazing sunset, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.